Welcome to another edition of Inside Outlook. I'm Tony Trungone, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools. I'm excited to have here today our principal at Pemberton Township High School, Mr. Eder Joseph. Welcome, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you.
I have a couple questions for you. And the first question, I think you have a long background here and history with Pemberton Township, but could you give us your background and also accomplishments that you've had this past year at the high school?
Sure. So this is I'm going into my 17th year in education. It's kind of shocking that 17 years goes that quick. But I started teaching here in Pemberton in 2003. So I started at Isaiah Haynes Elementary School, so it's kind of interesting that it's kind of opening back up this year. So I taught there for some years. And my span kind of goes all across the board. I've been at the elementary level, middle school, as well as high school. I was an assistant principal at Helen Fort Middle School for about 6-7 years, and then now I'm fortunate to be the principal here at the high school. So when you mentioned bringing that knowledge base, I think I have a lot of that knowledge base of what's going on here in Pemberton Township.
Great. And as far as this past year, the word is you were everywhere. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about last year and what was that like, and what are some successes you had from last year at the high school?
Yeah, so I tell people all the time that my goal is to not be in my office, and when kids stop me in the hallway, they'll ask me, why are you not in the office? And I tell them my office is wherever I'm at. So sometimes I'm in the cafeteria, that's my office, in the hallway, in classroom. My goal is to be out and about as much as possible. And then when I'm thinking about accomplishments, I think one major one that we received this year was being named to the College Board AP Honor Roll. So that's a big accomplishment for the teachers as well as the students that are working really hard. And then the other piece for us is always trying to build that relationship with students. So those are those accomplishments that we're thinking about and trying to continue on this next year. And then at high school level, the culmination is always graduation. So seeing students kind of begin and graduate at the end is always a powerful thing to kind of see.
That's great. And again, I just noticed, I was excited, I'm using that word again, but the word about is, you were supporting your staff, supporting the students, and I think we're blessed to have you as our principal. But now for this upcoming year, what's slated for this year? I know you're definitely someone that's planning ahead. What's on slate for this year at the high school?
Well, I think our focus has to kind of still stay the same, where for us, it's about student safety, right? So that's always goal number one. We want students to come to school, feel safe, and also not just feel safe, we want them to feel very comfortable learning in our school environment. So that's our number one piece. We wanted to make sure that we provide that for all of our students. And then that other layer is always student achievement. We want all of our students to achieve at a very high level, and our focus will continue to be on getting students prepared for the college world or that career path that they choose, or if they choose to kind of go into the armed forces, we want them all to be prepared for whatever challenges that they'll encounter after graduation.
I want to have you back on here again at the end of the year. And so when we would sit back here and we'd say we had a successful year, what would that look like? If we had to report out, Pemberton Township, this was our successes. Mm-hmm. These were our successes. What would they be? Well,
at the high school level, like for us, 100% graduation rate, right? So if you lower that bar, then it's going to be lowered. We want all of our students that enter our schools to graduate within 4 years, and we'll do whatever it takes to help our students get to that level. We want our students to be accepted into the best colleges and universities. We want them to be provided with the scholarships that the schools can afford. We want all of our students to meet those goals that they have, and we want to be there behind the scenes, kind of encouraging them and helping them succeed. And then another big one, we are a school that is a one-to-one with technology. And we want all of our students as well as staff members to utilize that technology in a way that will impact student learning. And I think I said this to a staff member the other day. Somebody asked me, what word would you use for the school year? And I think our word is going to be impact. We want our teachers to have an impact on our students. We want our students to have an impact within the community. So that's going to be our focus this year. How do we help our students have that impact that we know that they can have and be successful?
Yeah, great. Great. You have some upcoming events at the high school. Could you fill me in?
So this year, for probably the first time that I can remember, that we're having an open house. We're having 2 open houses. The first one is on August the 29th, and that will begin at 10 o'clock, and we're focusing on incoming freshmen. So we're having an opportunity for the freshmen to come in. They'll get a brief presentation from the administration here on just the things about school and kind of getting prepared. Of course, parents are invited as well. We want the parents to show up because we're going to have that presentation on the technology. They'll receive their Chromebooks on that day, and then also their schedules will be available on that time too. So we want freshmen to not have that fear of that first day of school, where it's a pretty big building. So we want our students to be able to come on August 29th at 10 o'clock, and then we have August 31st at 5 o'clock for parents who can't make it during the day, to kind of take a walk of the building, see their classes, so that when September 7th rolls around, all the jitters are gone and they're ready to start learning and being excited about school. You
have me excited. And also I feel the sense of like that empathy that you have towards our students coming from Helen Ford into the high school, and that's critical because I know that first step. And so I'm so happy that you're recognizing that. And I think we're blessed to have you as our principal.
Appreciate it.
So I want to welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome and good luck on the school year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So another exciting episode here at Inside Outlook with our principal, Eder Joseph at the high school. And look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.